Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my Author's Answer video for August 2024. The Author's Answer series was brought to AuthorTube by J.D. Archer. He started this collection of questions with his writing group on his blog. The questions they posed themselves were a variety of reading and writing related questions, and then J.D. took a chunk of them and answered them on his AuthorTube page. And I have been personally taking part in this Author's Answer series for several years now, going sequentially in numerical order, answering one per month. And this month, I'm up to question number 89. And this question basically probes if there's a time, place, or activity that helps you get your creative juices flowing. And I'll admit something to you right now. I'm getting this video out even later than I intended to because I was sitting down to edit a video that I have previously filmed, and I realized I didn't really answer the question correctly. I was talking a bit about what inspires me in what I write, which I'm pretty sure has been a question or several when it has come to previous Author's Answer videos. But I was starting to realize, and then I confirmed going to the blog, that this is much more of a physical question. This is not talking about internal inspiration for why you write. It's talking about what physical activities get you into the space where your creative juices are flowing the easiest. So I have answers to that, and I think it's a little bit of a different video than I've made in the past, so that's exciting too. My first answer to this question would be that I am very fortunate and I belong to a writing organization where we have a space that we can go to pretty much whenever we want to write. And also every week there are several sessions that are explicitly write-in sessions where people come together for a couple of hours to write together. Quietly doing our own stuff and then, sharing with each other how it went. It's the DC Writer Salon, which I'll link down below. And right now I'm very active. I tend to go at least 2 to 3 times a week to writing sessions. And in fact, maybe a slightly unrelated angsty problem with that is that I'm thinking of adopting a cat, and my commute in this area is already so intense that I feel like I'm so rarely at home because of commute times in and out of the city for work and everything else. But anyway, that's a whole other can of worms, so we'll leave it there. I've also been anxious lately because in general I'm having more trouble producing lately than usual, and I think it's because I feel so behind on everything I'm doing. I mean, I'm so behind on BookTube videos that I'm not even doing Am Reading videos this month. And I'm behind on everything I want to read, and I'm behind on reviewing those books, and I'm behind on my blog posts, it feels like. And so I actually have been using some of my writer salon time in the last couple of weeks to work on that material rather than my novel. Which is problematic in and of itself because I have joined a couple of writing groups to motivate myself, and now I'm having trouble meeting deadlines for submitting to them. So that's my can of anxiety about, jump-starting my creativity, and how even some of my usual haunts aren't quite working, and it has to do more with scheduling and other commitments, I suppose. One thing I think I would like to try again, if I can, is the London Writer Salon Writer's Hour, I think it's called. In fact, there's 4 hours every weekday, and I think some on Saturday as well. 4 hours in different time zones of the world where it's 8 a.m., including on the East Coast where I am, where you can sign in to a Zoom meeting and then write with people, virtually for an hour, and then also discuss at the end how it went. I guess I'm saying through this that the accountability of writers' groups for write-ins actually helps me immensely. I got off the bandwagon with that in part because it's early morning and I have to think about getting to work. And I'm fortunate, really. I think even now that maybe I can still get to work at such an hour that I could still do the writer's hour and then, dash off immediately to get to my workplace because I don't work remotely usually. And I do think that was actually pretty helpful to me, like for the time that I was doing it, that I was able to eke out some words in the morning. And I would think also in terms of, the time when I'm most awake and most active creatively would probably be the mornings and afternoons, the times when usually I'm gearing up for work or working. And it's harder for me when I get home, which tends to be kind of on the later side anyway, to then feel motivated to write or to do much of anything with a lot of brain power. I rarely even make videos anymore in the evenings or nights. So yeah, I would say in terms of a time period, later morning and afternoon would probably be my favorites. I'm not sure this is meant to be a complainy video, but I guess I'll just lean into it and say I wish my writing apparatus at my home was better, and I have nobody in a way to blame for it other than myself, that I live alone in a space where I certainly have enough room for things, and I wish I had an ergodynamic chair and like a sprawling desk and maybe some of those fairy lights and mood lighting that I see in AuthorTube videos, or maybe that's, me leaning too hard into aesthetics, but as it stands, when I'm home, I usually write sort of laid out on my couch, and it's not always the most conducive to writing, I suppose. It's easy to, get into a sleepy attitude, like laid out like that. But the way I have my home set up now, there's not a lot of other options. But that could just be a challenge for me to, think something up, or maybe I should just get an ergodynamic chair and go from there. I have a lot of proof, especially around NaNoWriMo time, that I can, in fact, write in my own home, that I can, turn off distractions and even write on my couch and get things done. And that I don't need to go out to another physical place to do it. But I am incredibly grateful for the Writer's Salon, not only for the physical writing space, which is great, but also for the community there. Not that this is a question about writing communities per se, but I certainly hope that you all find some that also nurture you in terms of creativity and inspiration. And that about covers it for me now. Hopefully I'll sit down to edit this and think that I adequately answered this question. And I should be back on this channel in the imminent future, because coming up this weekend is the National Book Festival in Washington, D.C. I'm very excited for that. I usually make a video about my experience there, which will be a little bit different this year because my 10-year-old niece is coming along for the ride. But hopefully I'll be able to sneak into a panel, get a book signed, and find some fun things to share with all of you, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, I hope you all are doing well with your projects. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Keep writing, and I'll see you next time.